Hello friends, welcome back. In today's lecture, I am Dr. Milind Meshram, working as an assistant professor in the Department of Chemistry, CHEM College, Nasik. In the last lecture, we have started ether. So we have discussed the introduction. Thereafter, we have seen the classification of ether, and later on, we have seen the nomenclature of ether. And thereafter, we have discussed the various chemical methods for the preparation of ethers. So, in that we have seen the Williamson ether synthesis and diazomethane method. Alright. So, in today's lecture, we are going to discuss the physical properties of ether. Physical properties of ether. Alright. So lower member, for example, dimethyl ether and methyl ethyl ether are gases at ordinary temperature, and homologous lower members, for example, diethyl ether is liquid. Alright. So these ethers have low boiling points. Alright. Ethers are polar and insoluble in water, and they have low boiling point than alcohol of comparable molecular weight. Alright. Because these ethers do not form the hydrogen bonds with water. Alright. Due to the less degree of hydrogen bonding in ethers, they have the lower boiling point than the isomeric alcohols. Alright. Corresponding isomeric alcohols. Alright. Lower member lower members, for example, dimethyl ether and methyl and methyl ether are gases at ordinary temperature. Alright. Other homologous lower member like diethyl ether is liquid. Alright. Second one is these liquids are colorless liquid. Alright. And have characteristic ether smell. Alright. And these ethers are polar but insoluble in water. Okay. And they have low boiling point. because they do not form hydrogen bonding with water. All right. That means they have the less degree of hydrogen bonding. All right. So owing to the less degree of hydrogen bonding in ether, they have lower boiling point than the corresponding isomeric alcohol. All right. Isomeric alcohols. Okay. So here these are the physical properties of ethers. So these lower member, for example, dimethyl ether and methyl ethers are gases at ordinary temperature. On the other hand, means other homologous members, for example, diethyl ether is a liquid, colorless liquid, and they have the characteristic ether smell. All right. And these ethers are polar but insoluble in water. Okay, because they have low boiling point than the corresponding alcohols of same molecular weight. All right. And these ethers are polar but insoluble in water, and they have the low boiling point than the comparable molecular masses than the alcohols. All right. Ethers are polar but insoluble in water, and they have low boiling point than the alcohols of comparable molecular mass. All right. And they because they do not form the hydrogen bonding with water, and due to this less degree of hydrogen bonding, they have the low boiling point than the corresponding isomeric alcohols. All right. So these are the physical properties of ethers. Now we will see the various reactions of ether. So reactions of ether. Ethers generally unreactive towards bases and various oxidizing reagent and reducing reagent. Alright. But it can cleave with the help of concentrated hydroiodic acid or hydrochromic acid, that is HI or HBr. Alright. So when ethers, for example, ethyl methyl ether reacts with cold hydroiodic acid, it gives the methyl iodide and ethanol. Alright. So let us have this reaction. Reaction with methyl ether reacts with cold HI, so it cleaves this bond to give this methyl iodide and ethanol. Alright, this is the ethanol, ethyl alcohol. Alright, so here lower alkyl groups will form alkyl halide. Okay, so this is the alkyl halide. Okay, and this larger group will form the alcohol part. Alright, the lower alkyl groups will form the alkyl halide. Okay, and larger group will form the alcohol part. Alright, due to this steric hindrance. And the reactivity of these halogen acids, reactivity order, is HI will greater than HBr, which in turn greater than HCl. Alright. Generally, in this cleavage reaction, generally this concentrated HI and HBr used. Alright. On the other hand, when hot hydroiodic is reacts with mixed ether, so it will, that ether will get converted into corresponding halides. Alright, so let us have that reaction. Hot HI hydroiodic acid. Alright, when we have this hot HI, so it will converted this methyl iodide plus C2H5OH. Alright, and again this HI convert into this C2H5 iodide plus H2O. Alright, that means the treatment, when the treatment of ether with hot HI gives alkyl halide. Alright. So here ethyl methyl ether reacts with hot HI, it gives the methyl iodide in the first step. Alright, and ethanol, and further the treatment with HI it gives ethyl iodide. Alright, so this is ethyl iodide. This is methyl iodide. Methyl iodide. So this is the mixed ether. Okay, mixed ether. So when you have the symmetrical ether, there you will get this means same alkyl halide. Alright, anisole. Suppose this is the anisole and reacts with HI. Alright, so it will give phenol plus this methyl iodide. Alright. So it will give this ether linkage. Alright. So as I mentioned it before, lower part of this alkyl group will get converted into corresponding alkyl halide, and larger one is converted into alcohol part, that is phenol. Okay, here phenol. So these are the reactions of ether. All right. So let us have their uses. So let us have some uses of ethers. Alright. So this diethyl ether. So ethers are useful in the organic synthesis. Alright. Since diethyl ethers used as a refrigerant, and it is also used as an anesthesia in surgery. Alright. And we know the ethers are used in the ethers are used as a solvent in organic synthesis. We know the diethyl ether or THF used in the Grignard synthesis. Alright. So ethers, for example, ethers like diethyl ether is used as refrigerant and also used as solvent at low temperature. Alright. Ethers, diethyl ether used as an anesthesia in surgery. Alright. And we know ethers are used as important solvent in organic synthesis. Alright. So diethyl ether and THF, that is tetrahydrofuran used in Grignard's used in the preparation of Grignard reagent. Alright. Grignard reagent. So these are the uses of ethers. Ether like diethyl ether is used as a refrigerant and used as a solvent at low temperature, and diethyl ether is as an anesthesia in surgery as well. Alright, and ethers used as an important solvent, important solvent in organic synthesis. Alright, and this diethyl ether, we know the diethyl ether and THF is used as a solvent in preparation of Grignard reagent. Alright, this is all about this today's lecture, and with this lecture we have completed the course CH-302, and I hope you have enjoyed and understood this course thoroughly. Thank you.